Questions for Venus, please.
That warm embrace at the end of the match, what did you say to your sister after an amazing match?
I just said I'm so happy for you, and I don't remember what else I said after that. Just moments, just a moment.
Venus, you and Serena played on the big stage tonight, but obviously as sisters you grew up playing against each other. What advice do you have for other sibling sets who are coming up in the sport and have to face off?
Just enjoy the moment and try your best and keep practicing. I don't know.
Yes. Can you walk us through what was going through your head after the second set? You're sitting there in your chair, one set to go. What's in your head?
Yeah, the first set was close and lost serve a couple times, but I was still leading in both of those games, so knew I had opportunities and just try to capitalize on them.
Venus, do you remember the early days when you and Serena would play in the Al Foundation singles exhibitions, or seeing Warning Foundation play the Jensen in doubles and play one another in singles?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good memories back then, all that fun stuff?
Oh yeah, anything for charity.
Venus, what's the top of the sport about playing Serena, both in terms of strokes and in terms of mindset?
Yeah, she has, of course, a wonderful mental game, but she also has the ability to come up with a great shot when she needs it. And that's just been the hallmark of her game.
Do you feel like this match was any more important than any of the others that you played in terms of the gravity of the moment?
Yeah, it's more unique, definitely.
What makes it more unique?
Well, obviously, because Serena's going for the Grand Slam, and I think everybody's interested because she has to play her sister to get to that, and people want to see if how that's going to come out. So it's definitely a different moment.
Does that play on your mind at all during the match? I mean, it seems like you're conscious of that, obviously, but once you get into the match, you're focused.
Yeah, you have to be focused, or else you're going to lose serve. So try to hold.
Venus, what you and Serena did tonight probably promoted just as much as Billie Jean King, Bobby Riggs, as far as interest, enthusiasm. What's that make you feel like? How much gratification is there for you on that?
I'm not sure that anything can top Billie Jean King and Bobby Riggs.
That was very close.
But it definitely was intriguing.
Venus, how did you think you played tonight? And second to that, what did you say to Serena at the net at the end?
I thought I played pretty well tonight and served well and just tried to play aggressively, and that's always how I want to play. And I just told her I was really happy for her. And like I said earlier, I don't remember what else I said after that. Maybe she'll remember.
Venus, what is the emotional challenge when you play Serena?
Oh no, I thought I answered that last time. When you get in the tournament, you want to win the match. You want to win the tournament. So that's both of our focus when we get out there, is to try to be our best.
Venus, you said the other day, just one follow-up. You said the other day that when you were kids, you both dreamed of duking it out on the biggest of stages. What do you think you showed tonight with the way you conducted yourself on the court and after?
I don't know. I wasn't trying to show anything. I'm just being myself when I'm out there. So whatever that is that is.
Is it any different when you play now as opposed to 5, 10 years ago in terms of all of this? Has it changed at all? And if so, how so?
I don't think it's changed. Not for me, no.
When you were young, you were very much the caretaker of your little sister, giving her a trophy once, a new one that she lost, giving her lunch money and so forth. Do you still feel like you're the older sister taking care of her and so forth. Could you talk about that?
Yeah, I'll always be the older sister. So that's never going to change. And
But aside from chronologically, you feel in terms of the dynamic between you and your sister?
we've always taken care of each other, but that also goes for the rest of my family and my sisters. We've always taken care of each other no matter what. So it's just that you see Serena and I a little more often, but it's a family thing.
Venus, you both obviously have done something very special over the years, played in a lot of special matches. We don't know if you'll ever meet at a stage like this again. Was there ever any part of you at the end or in breaks or anything where you looked around and just took it in a little bit?
Actually, no. Sorry. I don't think like that. I feel that with, luck and chance and blessings from God, if we stay healthy, we'll play again.
So, Venus, what was most gratifying and what was most dissatisfying about the experience for you tonight?
Well, yeah, losing isn't fun. I mentioned that part. And then gratifying, I don't know if I thought about that yet, but probably the most gratifying is that I'm still very excited to see Serena have an opportunity to win the 4 majors. So it's, I think that's the best part.
You made the quarterfinals at the U.S. Open, got to set off the #1 player in the world. At age 35, what did you prove to yourself this tournament in terms of what you still have left in the tank?
I try my best every match, and sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, and I generally play against a lot of inspired opponents, and no easy matches for me ever. So I think when I play people, they come out swinging because they feel like either they have to or that they have to. So it's wonderful to play again and win against opponents that are playing well, and to be able to move on and continue to do so. Is that the question?
Is it still emotional, and was it emotional out there for you tonight, facing your sister? Even though you've obviously done it so many times.
My main goal when I go out there is to hold serve. And I think that's their main goal too, and then you get a look at a break. So that's a lot of how I'm looking at it when I'm out there. That's kind of a peek into my mind.
Yes, you mentioned a couple times holding serve. Does that pressure feel different against Serena because she has such a good serve to hold on to?
Yeah, she has great returns as well. So how she's returning my serve is unlike any of the other players that I played. So on the first serve, in my other matches, I'm definitely getting more easy points, but I think the trick is just not to go for too much, and if she has a good shot, then it's, hey, what can you do? Try to put another first serve in.
Serena said after the match that when she's playing against you, she doesn't think of you as her sister. What do you think of Serena during the match?
Yeah, I still think of her as Serena still, but I don't separate it.
Yes, you were playing your sister out there on Arthur Ashe Stadium in front of a packed stadium, presidential candidate Oprah Mayer.
Who?
Arthur Ashe was very reflective and insightful guy. What would you think that he might have to say about that whole meeting?
I have no idea. That's a good question. I never knew him so well. So you might have to ask someone that knew him well. I imagine he would enjoy the moment. And his exact words, that's a mystery at this right now.
Venus, Serena said that you helped create her in a way, raised her, and made her the player that she is. What would it mean to you if she does indeed go on and go for the Grand Slam and actually succeed?
I think that would be huge for, not just for me, but my family, just for what it represents and how hard we worked and where we come from. So it would be a moment for our family, but at the same time, if it doesn't happen, then it's not going to make or break you. We don't have anything to prove. She has nothing to prove. She's really the best ever. So what are you going to do? Just try to make it, and if you don't, then that's that, and go to the next one.
Last couple of questions.
Venus, how do you feel when you say that she's the best ever? What feeling does that give you?
Well, I think she is the best ever because the level of competition that she's faced. There's been some unbelievable players in the past, but I've played in this, it seems like multiple eras at this point, and I've played the best from different eras as well, and I've seen the level of competitiveness go up, and I've seen players who, ranked 100 who didn't believe they could win a match against you, to this point fight you tooth and nail and try to take you down. So that didn't happen, when I started. So just to be able to win at this level, I think that's what makes her the best.
So if you have the chance to win your sister, will you take this chance?
I tried. Were you there?
What do you still want to do?
Well, of course, I want to win majors, and I want to feel good when I'm on the court and just feel confident that I can practice the way I want, prepare the way I want, and be able to do what I need to do on the court. So that's what I want. I want to be happy with my results personally, and as long as that happens, then that's good for me.
She's obviously going after a prestigious record. Can you be a little bit more specific and just compare and contrast Serena's game and Steph's game?
Oh, I played both. Well, if you compare the serve, then you probably give it to Serena. If you compare the speed, they both are very fast, with probably Serena, and she's dangerous on the run. And mental toughness, you probably have to give that to both of them. But it's a different time. It's a different time, so you have to expect that perhaps 10, 20 years later that the next generation is going to be even at a higher level. So let's say Steffi played at this time, then she would be even at a better level than she played at then.
Pretty good forehand.
Oh yeah, huge forehand. Serena has a huge one too. So no, I don't think anyone would want to face either one.
Last question.
Yes, some people might think that because you've taken care of Serena, first of all, that you'd be conflicted tonight, that there's a part of you that doesn't want to get in the way of her achieving the Grand Slam, but then there's a part of you that obviously wants to win and beat her. Is that a silly notion, or is there something to it?
Well, I feel like if I cared deeply about what people thought of me, I probably would have never made it out of Compton, California. So my whole thing is to live up to, hopefully, to my own expectations, which is the hardest thing to live up anyway, probably to your own expectations than to other people's. So if I can live up to that, then I'll be all right.
Thank you.
Thank you.